So, RimWorld is on hiatus for a few days while we sort out the new mod pack and everything to do with that. So I figured, why not take a look at this game here, Vambrace Cold Soul, a game I hadn't really heard about until the game devs emailed me and asked if I'd like to take a look at it. So for, you know, transparency purposes here, this code was provided by the game developers. It styles itself as a 2D dungeon crawler with JRPG sort of elements. It's a bit more story-driven than other such games, which, of course, we'll get into here. I have played a very small amount just during the tutorial there to get sort of a grip of things, but I'll go back over it, obviously, because, you know, it's kind of helpful if you guys know the game mechanics, huh? It's also very loud in my ears right now, and it's causing me a great pain. So, I think there's an elephant in the room that we need to address straight off the bat, and you'll sort of see this when we dive into game here. It wears its influences on its sleeve. That influence, and I think it's an inevitable comparison, isn't it? That influence is quite clearly Darkest Dungeon. It has a lot in similar with that, especially in regards to the mechanics. You'll see when we get into combat that this will be a very familiar game to some of you. Though I think it is fair to say that it does go for a definite degree of uniqueness that Darkest Dungeon doesn't have, and that's a sense of sort of character development, more of a storyline, more of a directed storyline especially. So for those of you who are a bit more into JRPGs, or perhaps it might be better to say those of you who aren't too much into the sort of hardcore masochist 2D style roguelite games especially, this might be more for you, and this is definitely aimed more at that type of audience as well. Your character can move left or right on the field. Thank you. The command box on the bottom left displays your interactive options with the environment around you. The command box on the right displays the inventory, bio, codex, and map options. The inventory displays items your team is carrying. Map displays your current location. It's a map. You know what maps do. Bio displays your team members' stats, skills, status effects, and equipped relics. So as you can see here, it's very much things. It's very similar to other games of the genre. Let's phrase it like that. I think its uniqueness definitely lies in the character design, the character development, the character sort of progression as well. And of course, the more directed story, which was one of my biggest gripes with Darkest Dungeon especially, is just, here's a whole jump in it. Which, although is a compelling argument, I think it would have been nicer to get a bit more framing around that. Obviously, that's focused on a lot more Lovecraftian sort of hidden story associated with it. This is a bit more overt. We've got Private Biggs and Private Wedge along with their sergeant here on an adventure somewhere. I don't really know a huge amount about it yet, besides the sort of hints they've been thrown down here, but there's clearly something wrong with the world. Is it locked? Open it already and keep your guard up. I thought there would be voice acting when the guy first coughed, and I was hoping the voice acting would just be entirely coughing. Kind of like Animal Crossing. Animal coughing. In this series. Interaction icons represent a variety of ways you can engage with the environment around you. Red X on the interaction icon means you can neither access nor engage with the object. You need to hold the interact button to complete your actions with certain objectives, so I guess it gives you a chance to back out just in case you might be making the wrong decision and you find out on that. There might be some sort of gameplay mechanic that they throw in with that later on that will, I'm sure, get caught out by. Let's press some buttons and see what they do. This is your team's inventory. Good to know. Okay, this seems important. The skull represents Helion, the currency used to buy and sell items, okay? The scale icon represents capacity and indicates how much your team can carry before suffering the overweight debuff, me, IRL, every day. Each section of your inventory categorizes items by the same type, of course. Most items can be sold to merchants or removed from your inventory, however, quest items will remain with you. Okay, sure. Relics, represented by the diamond icon, may be equipped to improve stats or upgrade skills. Fantastic. So I'm going to assume right now we have a fat load of nothing. Oh, we do have some things. We have scrap metal. Fantastic. Very useful stuff. Rope and thread. Can sell myself a friend. We've got survival gear filled with flint, gunpowder, thread, and other essential tools for survival. I don't know if that actually means anything, or whether or not we consume these perhaps on our journey. You can also see a sort of indicative weight there of, like, it doesn't actually give us a value, seeing as that also weighs 3, and that also weighs 3, yet they have what I can assume is different. I don't honestly know, seeing as they weigh the same, yet the icon is different. That's I think it's irrelevant. Scroll of consent. Always good. Provides Zakard's consent to move freely in Dale Arch and to the surface. So I guess Dale Arch is where we are right now then. Gives me the autonomy to move between Dale Arch and the Icenair. We'll go with Icenair. That sounds about right. Okay, and then we've got bios as well. This is the bio. Learn more about your team members' stats, skills, stats, effects, and equipped relics here. It might be good to just take a look over this right now. So we've got Vigor and Health. Health is very straightforward. Vigor is your mental fortitude, very similar to other games of this genre, shall we say. The sword icon indicates combat, represents character's prowess at fighting, very straightforward. Then we don't have to worry about sort of breakdown of stats there. Indicates sleight of hand, so that I assume is dealing with, you know, traps. It says they're scavenging. The star icon indicates merchantry and represents the character's ability to negotiate with merchants, always useful. The icon indicates awareness. Okay, cool. And the 10... So it does say that the party's success is determined by the ally with the highest rating. So from the sounds of it, we won't have to constantly switch between characters. I do like that mechanic. So I do like the ability, I should say, not to need to switch around. It'll always default to the highest person. There are other games that do, you know, you sort of have to pick your best thief to be able to pick the lock. Otherwise, you know, you'll have a catastrophic failure. So, you know, we don't need to worry about that sort of party juggling. 10 indicates Overwatch and represents the character's ability to care for the party while camping. Combat skills can be performed while fighting, as you would kind of expect there. We've got equipment, check the value and benefits of relics, and the formation changes the array of your teammates. You may need to dismiss a party member to recruit new comrades. Sure, so we can change our rotation now, maybe put like, I don't know, Sarge at the front. How do we do that exactly? I have absolutely no idea how we drag and move these people. I'm pressing every button. Oh, there we go. Right, okay, I see how you do it. So you pick your character, and then you can move them to a particular position in the team. I'm going to assume, given that these two guys are pretty hefty and in plate mail, that we perhaps want to move him to the front. Okay, how do we move you to the front, though? I have absolutely no idea. I guess pick a character bio, right? There we go. That probably makes more sense. Right, got it. So we have ourselves here, Private Biggs, an experienced fighter hardened by the dangerous expedition from around the world. 26 health, 19 vigor. He has 3 combat. We should probably check who our best fighter is. So actually, it's Sarge there. He has 1 sleight of hand, 0 stars. I don't forget, what's that, mercantile again? 2 awareness and 2 overwatch. He has the ability to pray that heals self for +4 health and receive inspired status for +1 combat. Okay, so we get +4 health and +2 combat, or +1 combat for 2 turns. Can also strike. Now, I'm assuming these at the bottom denote what position we can use this attack in and what enemy we can hit with that attack. Guess we'll find out when we get into combat, huh? Whirlwind, deal 4 true damage to 2 mid-range targets and deal combat damage to, I assume, true damage gets past armor. Doesn't actually tell us. We can't like highlight over that, but I'm sure we'll get into that. Maybe a little later on. We're skipping a lot of the tutorial right now for me to just sort of pontificate here. Saboteur, who excels at reconnaissance. So we've got 2 fighters and a saboteur. Sure. She has 7 sleight of hand, as you kind of expect. She's also our best fighter. I don't know whether she's a higher level, or I don't know what determines the stats, because they don't seem to have, you know, experience or levels or anything like that, though. She just seems a very, very good character all around. Sure, we've got a map as well. Map displays your current location. It's a map. What more do you want from it? The 3 rooms. Okay, and I assume this is just the tutorial dungeon. Obviously, you know, bigger places will have much larger rooms and sort of different things we can interact with. Cool. Let's move on. Room 2. Are we going to get ambushed? Are we going to die immediately? There's a frozen person there. There's also a door we can't go into. Maybe we can come back here, or maybe that's just the tutorial basically showing, hey, this is what it looks like when you can't use shit. Private Biggs. I found something. It looks like a chest of some sort. Private Wedge. What are you waiting for? Okay, here goes, Red Leader. I forgot how to open it. All Mother help me. It's a miracle I've survived this long in the company of fools. Press and hold the button indicated in the tutorial graphic, and voila. I kind of like that, you know, they're happy to break the 4th wall for the purposes of the tutorial. It is very annoying when games try and incorporate mechanics into their world. You know, oh, you must channel your magical ability. And then there's a little pop-up that says, press C. I do kind of like that they're just basically knocking that straight on the head, huh? Scavengers with low sleight may have difficulty opening chests and will often find less loot, but according to what I said earlier, we don't actually need to swap the party out. We can just open it with this guy. Move aside and leave it to me. Yeah, there we go. That's a cool system. I do enjoy that one. Oh, man, what have we got here, then? We've got junk. Now, the first time I played this, I did open this chest, and I didn't get half of this shit. What is this? All Mother's Rosary. I definitely didn't get that one. Must be a rare, assuming, because it's blue. Can only be equipped by the Dragoon and the Fencer, neither of which we have. Health max plus 11 changes Flourish to Prey. Interesting. Don't know what any of those words mean. We sort of see the approximate weight there as well. Again, like, that says weight 2, that says weight 3, but they have sort of the scale, I don't know, kind of seems irrelevant. Oh, well, we'll just grab it all. So, I assume that's take item, take all is R. Nice. A little different from the ones back in Adina, of course. Your chests are so different. We only have one set chest. Government-mandated chest style in Adina. I don't know if there's any benefit to actually playing as any of these characters. You'd sort of assume that there's not. Or at least, but that's what it's implying by the tutorial, right? It's freezing out here. You think the spooks are getting close. I wonder if the spooks are the baddies. There's the hound there. Do you forget to bring the Geistermieter again? I'm not doing a hound impression. That's going to get me banned. The red bar on the character's HUD indicates health. If a character's health drops to 0, he or she will die. Words to live by there. And the yellow bar indicates vigor. Character will also die if their vigor drops to 0. Damage to vigor is usually incurred through stress of exploration. Right, okay, so it's not too different from Rimorda. Gain flourish points through critical actions. Okay, so at the bottom glowing bar there. It's kind of like Guitar Hero, you know, when you tilt the guitar up and then all the notes turn offense color and you get a bunch of points and then you get frustrated when you miss a note. That's what this is, except ideally we're not going to be having Dragon Force thrown at us from a great distance. Oh, Those are words. Infrasonic totem with an emoji in the eye. This is like a WAG banner. You spring a trap and it spreads infrasonic waves, causing you to strange tension, health -2, and hand tremors. And what does that mean? What are hand tremors? Can I check his character sheet maybe to find that out? Okay, we hit a trap, and now he's all shaky. Another trap, best to have someone with high awareness stat in your team to avoid them. Again, it says in team, so I guess we don't need to lead with somebody with high awareness there. Traps are dangerous. They tend to be. Characters with kind of a bit pointless if they weren't. Characters with high awareness will warn your party of imminent dangers. Excellent. Characters with low awareness will trigger traps more easily. So I'm going to assume then that high awareness characters, it's just a roll against their awareness as they're moving past it, perhaps. Maybe there's a way we can disarm them. Some actions have a problem. Does it actually say? Warn your party of imminent danger, allow you to avoid. Oh, okay, there we go. Got it. So if you have low awareness, you might not be able to see the trap in the first place, I think is how I'm interpreting that. Some actions have a probability of failure. When you see this green script, it means your attempt was a success. The red script means the action failed. Salem. And you will incur a penalty. The grey script means you missed and the enemy has evaded your attack. The blue script means critical and your action effects have been maximized. Sure, why not? Now, what does that mean? Can we find out what his... Oh, I mean, clearly his shaky hands there, I guess, has lowered his... Was it deafness? Sleight of hand? Something like that? Down to 0 there. Maybe it also said on his character page. Yeah, there we go. So these are debuffs. Hand tremors. Slight -1. Requires splint. Okay, does not stack. Thank God for that. Right, let's move on. I'm expecting combat anytime now. I do like this guy's helmet, though. Very impressive. I mean, a little bit impractical, though. I saw something move in the distance. Get you ready. Weapons now. Okay. Are you ready, team? We're going to see if I lose on the first fight here. Not that I'd ever lose during a tutorial or anything. Okay. This looks very straightforward. Okay, I'm glad. You've encountered hostile enemies. Your team is located on the left. The enemy team is positioned on the right. I mean, you can tell because that's the way it is. Each team has 4 slots rising in value from the center. Sure. So 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bottom bar displays turn order using the character HUD slot icons. A higher awareness gives characters an advantage in initiative. 2 characters have the same awareness. The one position in front will get the initiative. I see. So basically, if this guy has 5 initiative and this guy has 5 initiative, this guy gets to go first because he's closer. When a character icon reaches the point, it's his or her turn to take the action. Normal skills, your character's default abilities. The flourish is powerful. So this skill is flourish, I assume. The one with the blue X there, same color as the flourish bar. Using guard helps characters defend themselves at the cost of 1 vigor. Right, I see. So if your health is low, start digging into vigor, or maybe vice versa. Characters may also pass their turn. Fantastic. You cannot use items or change relics during combat. However, you may check the map and buy for the benefit of planning your next move. Formation allows you to rearrange your team in the heat of battle. I don't know whether or not that maybe uses up your turn or something, but I guess we'll have to find out, won't we, huh? So we're starting with this character who has the highest initiative there. So 4 attacks. Fairly straightforward. Like I said, I think this is a bit more of a light variant of your standard sort of 2D dungeon crawlers. A bit more focused on character development and sort of traditional JRPG features according to themselves. So we can guard. I really don't think there's a need to guard. So we can't use our flourish ability even though it's available to us because we're in that back position there. So let's use an E. There are 3 types of, okay, short range, yeah. So short range skills are available from the first two positions, only hit the first 2 positions. Mid range, any position, but only hit the first 2. And long range, hit anywhere from anywhere. If an enemy is cleared from the first slot, the closest enemy in any vacant position will occupy the vacant slot. Right. So Darkest Dungeon. I mean, I'm going to obviously compare it to that because they're very similar. Briefly had a time where there were corpses. Do you guys remember that? When corpses would drop on the floor, you'd also have to fight through the corpses. I don't know whether enemies will move up, so... For example, that sort of made it sound like enemies don't move forward when one dies. So she might not be able to hit those back to after this first one's down, for example. But we'll work that out as we go. Or maybe, maybe they just inherit the number and the position sort of goes with it, huh? So chuck a star at them. Great shot. I don't know what that white fluid was. We'll ignore that one. That's this 2 PG-13 for that. Okay, do we want to pray? I mean, this guy did take a little bit of vigor damage. I don't think it's necessary. I wonder if the second guy in line could kill them both. Let's just whack him, huh? Let's not get too meta with this already. It's the first fight. I'm not gonna lose that. I don't like they got blue blood. They got an android from Alien, huh? Then we can try out his flourish ability. I mean, why the hell not her? And that's gonna hit both of them. Okay, that sounds kind of cool. Let's go for it. Been kind of nice to play as the last person again to see if she actually could hit that third person now that the first person is gone, if that makes sense. I'm gonna crank the volume a little bit because because it's a little bit too loud still. I've got it turned out so low here and it's still booming out of my ears. Okay. Good fight, team. Can we loot the corpses? Loot the corpses? We can't loot the corpses. Disappointing. It's not my game of the year yet. Private Biggs, I told you guys I had a bad feeling about this place. You're the one that insisted we come out here to begin with. By all means, continue quarreling amongst yourselves if you want to be ice pops. We have the spoils we came for. It's colder than a witch's... Excuse me? Excuse me, streamer. You can't say that. It's 2018. Hold up, guys. I see a body. It looks like... Can we rob it? Excellent. Finally. The loot I've been after. She's not from Dale Arch. How would you know that just from looking at her? Don't recognize her and... Ah, okay. I guess it's a community of about 5 people, huh? We can't help her now. Search the body. Private Wedge? Like the way you think, my man. Seriously, you search her. Absolutely. I mean, just because I want loot, not because of any other nefarious reasons. You want to bring her back? You mad? We have no clue who she is. She could be with the green flame. Those must be the bad guys. She doesn't look like one of them. As we know, blue and green are mortal enemies. Don't even talk to me about red. We can't risk compromising Dale Arch's location, so this must be like their military garrison, something like that. We don't have to worry about that. She's unconscious. Captain Lanville shall decide her fate. She is Captain Lanville. Looks like your lucky day, girl. Wow. Good work. Oh.
I once read a man would have
loud.
to go below the waves to understand the true scale of an iceberg.
I'm gonna turn you down a little bit.
You,
sorry to interrupt.
Dear father. I confess I never
We can't skip this,
knew you.
so I guess we're gonna watch it. I'll be quiet
After
now.
all, how does one get the measure of a man when there's so much beneath the surface? Nevertheless, I owe my survival of Zumurud's blistering deserts and the wild forests of Sylvia to your training. When I was summoned home to Edina, in order to read your last will and testament, I didn't know what to expect. I suppose it comes as no surprise. You remained a mystery, even in death.
Not Nicolau.
I now find
good friend
myself
Nicolau.
beckoned to the dwarven realm of Dockheim by the encrypted journal and ancient relic you left behind. On an expedition to the cursed city of Eisenair for answers you never provided. I shall not be daunted. My determination is equal to the task at hand.
She's a Naruto.
If,
She's got
you
different
say,
colored eyes. She's a Naruto.
This Vambrace is the key to entering that forbidden city.
The game is called Vambrace Cold Soul, by the way. I don't know if I said that.
What I seek.
Best game review of 2019.
My journey has been difficult. Since the Vambrace entered my possession, I have been plagued by unsettling dreams of a ghostly blade cutting me down.
Wow. Roll credits, everyone. Directed by Guillermo del Toro. Chapter 1. The Adventurous. Oh, Adventuress. I thought I said Adventurers. No, there's 2 S's there. Okay, then. Well, there's your fun little intro cinematic. That was quite nicely done, I think. It's nice that you do find a lot of games, particularly like smaller studio indie games, going pretty nuts with their intro cinematics, like really going overboard, and it ended up looking like shit because they clearly don't have the budget for it. The nice stop motion sort of drawn pictures look a lot nicer. Girl, oh my head. Should I give her a stupid voice out the entire thing? Yeah, you could join us, Sleeping Beauty. I like your dog. Who are you? I don't think it's gonna make it, guys. My name is Lyric. Avelia Lyric. I am Lanville Esquire. You're lucky we found you a moment later and you'd be another piece of frozen decor gracing the streets. What a horrible thing to say. I must have fainted. I've never felt a chill like that before. We're fortunately well acquainted with it here. Celeste had half a mind to leave you back there. Good for you. She's not calling the shots and I was feeling generous. Thank you. So we're underground. Okay, right. I've got the liberty of searching your stuff, a bunch of climbing gear, a strange book nobody can read. Explain. Okay, she came seeking out. So this sounds important. The late Dr. Nicolau Lyric traveled here from Medina in his journal. Nobody goes in and nobody comes out of, what is it, Willy Wonka's chocolate factory? You must mean I'm here? Had you made it inside the city? Suppose for a moment I entertain your absurd story. How the hell did you get past the frost fell? Barrier through the city I walked through. Oh, so are these people trapped on the inside then, and she came from the outside? Okay, a little bit of intrigue then. That sounds kind of cool. The only freaks wandering on the surface, the spooks, mad survivors of the green flame. You're not dead as far as I can tell, you're still sane, so let's cut through the crap. What's the connection with the green flame? Oh god, you give me choices here. I definitely don't know them. The green what? The green flame, the Arcanic cult, hellbent on destroying the Guardian. There's a lot of information. So the Arcanic cult, hellbent on destroying the Guardian Alliance. These must be the Guardian Alliance, right? Man, his face screams Guardian Alliance. Ring any... His dog screams no more. Ring any bells, or have you been living under a rock? The one's responsible for the frozen curse. I can assure you that I'm not with them, I just got here. Imagine my surprise to learn some Denny decided to take a leisure stroll on the surface. Matter of great urgency. I'm looking for an individual named Zakard. There's nothing left for us to discuss right now, but I'm feeling gracious today. I'll tell you what, I'm giving you tentative permission to move around Dale Arch till I figure out what to do with you. Thank you. Now, of our lovely abode deep below ice and air, welcome to paradise. This is a vault. We've been tripped into playing Fallout, haven't we? Best make yourself at home. In fact, take this. You'll need some if you want to survive down here. Nice. $1. Or playing cards that have been horribly crumpled. We call it Helion. Helion. It's the only currency worth anything down here. Consider it a welcome gift. A little bit of dissonance there, I guess. You're in prison, but now we're going to pay you to leave. Try anything funny and you're dead. In a cell or right back on the surface where we found you. Are you clear? Crystal. Good. Okay, then. So we are now playing as Waifu. There's the hound, by the way. I'm famished. Is there anything to eat? You can run while you're in Dale Arc. Okay, good. Nice. That won't be weird at all. Can we talk to him? Hello. We can't say anything. What was it? Was that Biggs or Wedge? I don't remember. Okay, so we are Lyric. Why don't we take a look at her character bio then? An Adeni adventuress who wields the mysterious power of the Vambrace. She's Whirlwind and Dead. I don't know if she maybe is just a unique class or something like that. Sort of see what I mean about character development. There's clearly a bit more of a... Rather than an open-ended style roguelike adventure where you just go out and play for mechanics and then come back and do a little bit better each time. Prison guard. Oh, they all wear those helmets. Right, they could all be different people. The captain finished with you, eh? That was fast. Please wait here while I process your paperwork. The letters say you came from a distant land born under a certain star. I don't remember the quote now. What do we do? Ah, there we go. There's also clearly a spooky lady over there. She's going to be important, I imagine. How to keep your body warm. Step 1, make a fire. Step 2, stand in front of the fire. Step 3, be warm. I feel like you're being sarcastic there. Hello. Keep your distance from her or you're bound to lose a limb. That's Isabel Salazar. I've heard the rumors. I've heard she knows black magic. Consider yourself warned. Can't place her, but for some reason she looks so familiar. The Frostwind howls at you. Your presence here will bring much anguish. Hello, how are things? Like your skull arm. Is she a bird? I don't understand. We're just waiting for something, huh? Your paperwork is done. Scram before we change our mind. Okay, sorry. Was that it? Okay, well, we've got a little bit of intrigue there. A spooky lady who knows more than she's letting on. Best keep your distance from her lest you get hexed. The witch knows black magic. Consider yourself warned. Goodbye, my friend. How do I escape? Oh, my God. Now we're playing an RPG. Oh, this is very JRPG, isn't it? Right, okay. So it's definitely coming into its own a little bit. It's definitely sort of making its mark. Let's put it that way. Making itself a little bit different. Why is my progress saving every 2 seconds, my man? Oh, God. That's a lot of progress being saved, huh? Alright, let's check this place out then. There's a giant... Okay, so we've got an exclamation mark there. I want to check out this one. This one seems like the one you should be going to. I'm going to test this one out instead. Oh my God. Volsung's workshop. Is everything okay? Wow, are these... I've heard stories about these machines, but I've never seen one up close. Okay, so there's... Oh God, hello. I'm gonna ruffle through your things if you don't mind. I can see what you've got for me. Found a page of a codex. Sure. Hello. Oh, they're just golems. Looks like a real Tin Man. I wonder how it works. Expecting a lot more from that. That's a Banksy right there. Banksy, is that you? My God, he's so edgy. It's a cyber goth. Huzzah! Be amazed. There are no other technical marvels like them in the world. Yeah, they're quite remarkable. Did you make these yourself? My name is Volsung. This is my workshop. You had a faithful servant to the handiness. Have you ever met a golem before? Golems? What? Preciouses? I'm not surprised. You humans don't have the same knack for engineering we do. There's clearly some sort of elf/dwarf/both if we're in the Elder Scrolls. Getting that impression. The sides of the compartment is made of trails off. What a strange thing to build your compartments out of. You're quite the handyman. How do they work? These spirit golems are powered by my special brand of engineering, a bit of Sylvani hedge magic. They run on enchanted apples. Too bad Talindra won't help me anymore. If you'll excuse me, I have work to do. Good. Got some nice little character development with it. A little bit of world building. Can't go through here. We can rifle through his things, though. There's Lyric's cabinet. You can store things from your inventory here. You can access items you stored in the cabinet as well as... in Volsung's workshop in the market as well. Okay, alright, there we go. Sure. And that's for your inventory management, I assume. Hopefully there's a lot more dynamic inventory management rather than just... We're going to excuse me, pretty complex tasks. Hopefully there's a lot more dynamic inventory management rather than just having to go back to town, stump all your shit. As fine as that is... Nobody wants to be doing inventory management in the middle of quite a mechanically complex fight, do they? Definitely wouldn't suit certain other games. Alright, let's go and take a look here then. Feel like you're trying to draw me over to this one. Let's see what you've got. Oh, good God. What have I walked into? Oh, whoa, what's this? Hold, you're not permitted to be roaming around here. Where's your tail plug? Calm yourself, good sir. It's my dear friend. Do you not recognize her? Another girl, you tricky bastard. I need to check her papers, though. No need to bother. I can personally vouch for her. After all, a friend of mine is a friend of the Northern Venture Company. All right, go on. Who is a smooth talker? Have you seen the Sonic the Hedgehog movie yet? What gorgeous eyes this lady has. Mahorum. Relic hunting extraordinaire. I wonder if we can recruit any of these many distinct and diverse characters we've met so far, huh? Sorry, but isn't that just a fancy way to say you're a thief? You found my sensibilities with such Sorry, I meant to give her a voice, didn't I? I'm merely a humble adventurer who got stuck on the wrong place at the wrong time. Thanks for defending me at the market gate. My name's Lyric. I'm not going to do that. Why would you help me anyway? I have a quick ear, my lady. No pun intended. Life here can be difficult for an outlander unfamiliar with our strange ways. Forgive me, you must be famished. Allow me to take you to the market. It's one offer I won't refuse. Okay, I'm hands off at this stage. Oh my god, I hope... Yes! I was going to say, I hope we stopped literally 5 yards away, and we did. Hey, sorry, arsehole. This is Lyric, my dear friend since today. She's gawking at me. Yasol? Asol? Gotta be careful with this one. Yasol, huh? That's a pretty difficult name, at least in the first 30 seconds of the video. How can I help you two today? Do you have anything to eat? I can pay in gold. We don't use gold here, my lady. Don't you have any helium? Why would you not take gold? There's a reason they call it the gold standard, my man. Not that I'm gonna, you know... Helion. The Foxia... Oh, for fuck's sake. Foxia traditionally burnt it... What? The Foxia traditionally burnt it. Oh, as an offering to our ancestors. Right, I thought she was referring to, like, foxy people. But I think she means, like, actual fox people. Not just, like, you know, a little bit daring, a little bit risque. You mean this, right? Lanville gave me some. Great, should we make a deal? Oh, I got an achievement. Helion. Anything in particular you're looking for? Daily survivors and sober wraiths conduct trade. What the fuck is a sober wraith? I mean, me on a Monday. Paper currency called Helion. You need to scavenge and sell supplies if you found the field to earn more. Switch between the shop buys in your inventory to buy and sell items. Merchantry represents your ability to negotiate with merchants. I don't remember what her merchantry skill was. So what do we want to buy here? We've got a hentai surprise. We've got, oh god, 420 just plays. Centipede stick. Very nutritious, but doesn't taste very good. Fantastic. Vox syrup. Syrup concoction soothes the throat and brings out the music in your voice. Smelling salts, or we have Narizi Fire Brew. That's Immortan Joe there. Narizi drink burns all the way down. It keeps your body warm and gives you liquid courage. Cures terrified and frostbitten. I should probably be paying attention to the more important stuff here. Cures faint and hallucinating. Cures hoarse and sleepy. Vigor -1, health +1. Okay, I see. That's kind of a desperate scenario there. Trade one for the other. Sylvani tea. Tea brewed from the highland leaves of Sylvia. Great way to sober up and recuperate. Cures befuddled and hypothermia. We have a gecko tail skewer, or we can buy splint. Set pesky broken bones to aid in the healing process. This is what we needed when our guy had shaky hands, wasn't it? I'm sure how well that would help. Also buy a vest. It's not a bad idea. How much have we got? 200. Buy a fire kit. Both of those sound very, very useful, but I don't know if they're... I mean, those are relics, right? So we can use them ad infinitum. From what it was saying, like, we equip them as sort of like a trinket. We're supposed to be buying food, right? What if I don't want to buy that? What if I want to buy these instead? Because they both sound very useful. Buy all three. Ah, nice. Okay, give me a gecko tail. I'll take your finest gecko tail. Thank you. I don't want to buy everything. Oh, no, wait, that's to sell. Yeah, I'll take that one. I'll take some Yon Haku Niju. We've also got fur vest and a fire kit. I feel like that was a good... Hopefully they don't just say, like, oh, you'll need some provisions before going out into the wild. Here's this. But I've just screwed myself by preempting things, huh? See you around. Goodbye, yay, soul. Oh my god, now there's another character. Okay, I'm never going to remember all these names, by the way. Stop right there, criminal scum. Lady Celeste, what brings you to the quiet corner of Daleark? That's clearly Jorah Mormont, judging by that. Oh, well, they only got the wolf after Jon Snow had it, right? What are you doing out of prison? Perhaps there is a misunderstanding. Shut your mouth, Maharam. Guards arrest her. Oh, well, that's good. And then fade into Skyrim. Oh, no, we're good. Thank God for that. I honestly didn't think you were going to make it when we dumped you in that cell. Celeste, right? Lambert mentioned your name. Was this the lady we were playing as last time? No, because she's got a big old sword. The lady we were playing as last time had a throwing star. She was a ninja. Save the plunging trees. I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. Regardless, you have my thanks. Receive no charity from us. My team found you on the street. Thought you might be a green flame agent we can interrogate. Thank you. Well, that's always reassuring, isn't it? I understand everyone's suspicious, but I told Lambert I have no connection to them. Am I to believe you just waltzed into Itinerary? I don't know how you remember that. I don't remember how you pronounce that. The frost fowl surrounding the city kills anything that touches it. We have Isabel to thank for the wretched... Why didn't she just say, hey, I've got this magic glove, let me show you? I saw her in the prison. What does she have to do with all of this? Can I stop playing coy? I'm not buying your act, lady. Well, Lambert said it's true. I'm the first person to enter this city in a year. Nobody outside has the slightest clue of what's happening. Want to know what's really happened? The fools who got caught in the middle of civil war. Tensions between the dwarfs, of course, the dwarfs and the drifters. Classic enemies there. Master crafters under the mountain and the homeless. It's as old as the city itself. We never imagined Icinieri would devolve into total chaos. I don't remember how to pronounce any of this shit. The Green Flame. Do we know much about the Green Flame? We just know that they are kind of bad. Been stoking tensions for months, if not years. When the time came, they seized the moment and orchestrated a decisive coup. In whose name? The King of Shades. It's me. That's how cool I am. He curses his place and keeps an iron grip. He has frosted tips and wears a t-shirt with flames on it. After all, you show up now, it's more convenient. Maybe Lambo believes your little sub-story, but you're not fooling me. You got the wrong idea about me. I came here in good faith. Too bad you're marching right behind the prison. Good. Man, we have a problem. Can't see him in the middle of something? There's a mad wraith in daylight. Oh, can we fight them? How's that possible? It's at the ascending room. Just my luck, don't think it's changed anything. You're coming with me. Could the rumors about the mad wraiths of Icinieri be true? I want to fight something. This is very character-driven hub, very story-heavy. We are clearly look like we're about to be in combat. They've just armed a prisoner. Oh, God. You okay? Is that you, Rakung Tunch? It's no ordinary spook. It's gone mad. Warg. Oh, it's an orc. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. Oh. Well, that was easy. Someone went to prove himself. So let's what is going on here. Captain, it appears the spook has hitched rides Daylark in the ascending room. Who was on duty? We lost 2 souls here. There are no witnesses how they got in, sir. So she's just gonna... I was kind of expecting a fight there, and maybe the AI would show off their skills or something. But no, we're just gonna dive over. Yeah. Is that so? Guess your theory was written with green roots and blah, blah, blah. Okay. This is a little bit kind of story-heavy now. Get these men to Sylvania Heal and Hall and be discreet about it. We don't need to cause unnecessary panic. Lure meet me in the war room at the Guardian's Barracks. There's someone we need to have a word with you. Am I taking control again? There we go. It's very story-heavy, isn't it? I assume it's just going to be for these first sort of maybe, hour or so just to establish a scene, set the world up and that type of thing here. We'll take a look around the town next time as well. Don't like it saves our progress every time we take so much as a step. This is a lot of work I'm putting in here, guys. I kind of hope that, we don't lose our way. Let's leave it there. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think of this. As I said, code was provided by the devs. There is currently a 10% off sale on Steam. I'll put the links to that below if you're interested. As always, do your research around these things. Go watch a couple of other people play. Maybe a bit more of the end game or something like that. Because it's going to take a while to get over there. And basically going in blind, so a bit more of an experienced player might be able to give you a much better breakdown of this. Take a look. See what you think. And we'll be carrying on with this tomorrow. Again, it's not going to be a super long series, but I just wanted to check it out because I'm a big fan of roguelites in case you haven't heard. Let's give a shout out to the insane top tier level patrons who made this series and the channel possible in the first place. A big thanks to Alpha Scuff, Asuna Kirito, Atmosis, Average Gamer 419, Baniel, Blurry Bunny, Sidini, Conspired T, Crazy Pat, Crosis, Danny Good, Donald, Eric B, Escape, Fukuno Vasquez, Fungus King, Gogolus, Harik, Haydog, Jimbo, Josh Lindeen, Tesla, Justin Wallace, Caden Carter, Michael Mullen, Muskratful, Nathan Flores, Necrofilm, Pelvis Presley, Serthal the Swede, Soragom, Toby Cruz, Tom Terror 18, Tyler Kendall, Vacuous Backers, and Zazzy 7011. Thank you all for your support, the Insane Tier Levels on Patreon. Thank you for making the channel possible in the first place. Check this out. See what you think. I'll talk about it in Discord a little bit as well. If you guys are interested, links below are in that one. Kind of have a bit of back and forth. We don't really do about these things, right? And a shout, of course, as well to Astro, Adam Person, Andrew Wilson, Akari, Arachne44, Betimus Max, Sidini, Chris, David Van Diepen, Don, Duncona2 and 7, Fraser Bannon, Gabriel Faulkner, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, GDWK Run, Genji Zerka, Gray, Haji Damar, Hancock, Harry McGowan, Icy the Great, Israel, Jay Lara, James Barnes, Joran De Vries, Jessica Smith, John Holiday, John Eno, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Beard, Justin Plock, Justin Walters, Lemon Stark, Llewellyn Thomas, Matthew, Nathan Flores, Nathaniel Limberg, Nick, Noah Ganamore, Nixie, Pan Samu, Panther Pearl, Smirtworm, The Insane Pickle, Venom Meow, Will Wade, Wolfie, and Zico2. Thank you all for your support.